HarperCollins presents The 5 Types of Wealth, a transformative guide to design your dream life. Written and read by Sahil Bloom. The program comes with a downloadable PDF.
For my wife, Elizabeth, and my son, Roman. With the two of you by my side, I always feel like the wealthiest man alive. Prologue. The Journey of a Lifetime. You're going to see your parents 15 more times before they die. All of what follows is the story of how those simple words changed my life, and how they may change yours. On a warm California evening in May 2021, I sat down for a drink with an old friend. As we settled in at our table, he asked how I was doing. At first, I gave him the standard response that we've all grown so accustomed to. I'm good. Busy. I said it with all the unintended irony of the modern era, where busy is a badge of honor, as if being more stressed is something to be proud of. When I asked the same of him, instead of replying with typical busyness one-upmanship, he replied that he was making time for the important things, since his father had gotten sick the prior year. The unexpected vulnerability in his words knocked me off the typical conversation track that defines these catch-up encounters. He had opened a new track, and rather than resist, I walked down it, adding that living in California had begun to wear on me, it being so far from my aging parents on the East Coast. This rare emotional honesty sparked the interaction that altered the course of my life. Friend, how often do you see your parents? Me. Maybe once a year right now. Friend. And how old are they? Me. Mid-60s. Friend. Okay, so you're going to see your parents 15 more times before they die. Gut punch. I had to take a deep breath to avoid an instinctively angry response. This was an old friend, one who knew my parents well. It wasn't meant to be insensitive. It was just math. The average life expectancy is approximately 80 years. My parents were in their mid-60s, and I saw them once per year. The math said that I would see them 15 more times before they were gone. This was the math that broke me. It was the math that changed my life. Playing the wrong game. I was born of an unlikely collision of two worlds. A rejection of common convention is in my DNA. In 1978, my mother, Lakshmi Reddy, born and raised in Bangalore, India, hopped on a plane with a one-way ticket to study at Mount Holyoke College in South Hadley, Massachusetts. Her parents were, understandably, worried that she'd never come home. Their friends told them she'd meet an American guy, fall in love, and build a life in that faraway land. They were right. My father, born and raised in a Jewish household in the Bronx, New York, had a life mapped out for him by his overbearing father, one that involved marrying a Jewish girl and settling down for a stable career in academia. Fortunately for me, fate, if you believe in that, had different plans. In a made-for-the-movies twist, they crossed paths in 1980 at a Princeton University library, where my mother was working to pay her way through a master's program, and my father was in the final stages of writing his dissertation. Her parents' concerns 9,000 miles away, my mother worked up the courage to ask him on a date. As they enjoyed their ice cream, my father, never one to beat around the bush, told her, "My family will never accept us." My mother, too blinded by excitement at the use of the word us, completely missed the message. Sadly, he was right. For a variety of reasons that seem impossible to understand today, my father's family was not accepting of the budding courtship. The fight grew so contentious that he was ultimately forced to choose between his family and my mother. I never met my father's parents, and he never saw them again. But the legacy of his decision, to choose true love above all else, set the stage for the world that I was born into. My childhood and young adult years were
Sample complete. Ready to continue?